Hello my fellow lobsters and welcome back to another command block video. So today I'm going to be showing you how to use the command /game mode as well as what game mode actually does. So let's get into the video. But first, before we actually start, I want to mention quickly that if you look in the description, we have a bunch of links including a Discord, a Twitter, Quora, and we actually have we have a couple of friends that are doing a podcast. 100% go check that out. Either way, now we're getting into the video. Okay, so I want to start off with the basic syntax, and now this one is so incredibly simple that you will 100% remember this. This is so easy to use. So literally, all you're going to do is do /game mode, and there's adventure, creative, spectator, and survival. So I'm going to start with survival. So if you notice, it'll turn me to survival mode specifically, and there's an optional for a player right here. And that's because if you don't specify a player, it'll actually just do it to you. So let me just do /game mode creative. So the only reason you would ever use an optional player is if you don't want to do it yourself, or if you are doing doing it in a command block, because you can't just say /game mode adventure in a command block, activate it, and expect something to happen. You have to do /game mode adventure at P, and if you notice, a player is required to run this command here. And yeah, so I'm in adventure mode /game mode creative, and there we go. So that's super basic and incredibly easy to use. And by the way, once again, in the description, we have a bunch of stuff. This includes a target selectors thing, what adventure tags do, which I'm gonna mention in a bit, and a couple other things. So I'm going to start with survival mode, or with creative mode. So obviously, you know, I'm in creative mode right now. I'm going to tell you a few fun facts about creative mode and a couple things that you are able to do in only creative mode. So the first thing is you can only use command blocks in creative mode. If I turn myself to survival right now and I try to right click on this command block, I am putting my mouse right next to the mic. If you can't hear it, I am literally spam clicking right now. Not very fast, but I'm trying to access this command block. As soon as I switch to creative, I can suddenly open it. So that's one of the fun facts about creative. Second is that you can do this. You can spread your items around, and it is honestly really OP. So /clear @s stripped spruce log. Okay, there. I'm just gonna grab this again. Okay, so it basically in creative mode, if you were to scroll wheel with anything, you can basically create tons of it. So I'm just doing that a little bit so that I can show you. I don't want to have to clear my inventory again. So either way, that's one of the things you can do in creative. I'm just going to share a couple more things. One of them is that you have these menus where you have building blocks, decoration, redstone, transportation, miscellaneous foodstuffs, tools, combat, and brewing. And then finally you have this saved hotbar section. And basically if you do this, it will save your entire hotbar. So basically here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some diamond leggings, diamond boots, golden helmet, and have a netherite chestplate, plus a wooden sword with /enchant @s sharpness 2. Okay, so I have all that, and I'm going to save this hotbar slot with C1. And you can press X1 to get it back. But if you notice, here I have exactly what I had in my hotbar, which is pretty nice, and you can do that all the way to C9. So if you didn't know how to do that, it's really cool, and that's definitely something you're going to want to use. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to actually just get rid of all this, so I can press X1, I believe. Oh, so if you press X1, it'll just put your stuff back. If I press C1 again, there's nothing there, because there was nothing in my hotbar. So now I want to mention a few more things. One, you don't take damage in creative. No mobs will target you in creative. Literally no mobs. That means if you were to attack an iron golem, you would not take any damage. The iron golem would never attack you. Every mob is passive in creative. You have unlimited blocks, as most of you know, but that's something specifically to only creative mode. Okay, So now let's get into another well-known mode, survival mode. So in survival mode, you have a little crafting grid right here, which besides adventure mode, this is the only game mode where you actually get one of these, and you can use this to craft any item basically into anything. So if I were to craft a crafting table right now, I could do that. Sticks, I can craft um, so let me just craft a crafting table. If I place this down, I can right click on it and craft stuff. I don't have anything on me, but I can craft things. Notice you can also mine any block. Obsidian, by the way, don't try and mine it with your fist. Takes 30 minutes. And bedrock is impossible to mine, but you can mine sandstone with your fist, crafting tables with your fist, almost any block besides bedrock, barriers, command blocks, and all these creative mode specific blocks, including structure blocks and all that kind of stuff. So in survival mode, you are able to attack mobs. The mobs will be aggressive to you, and all that kind of stuff. You can use this little crafting grid. You have the armor slots and the shield slot, and then also you have stuff like the recipe book, which I believe is also in creative mode. But survival mode, the main difference from survival and adventure is survival mode, you can mine anything. Adventure mode, you can't. So let's switch over to adventure mode. So if you noticed earlier, you were able to see the little box outlines on these. So let me switch to survival again. Notice the little outline on these blocks. You can't really see it very well on the crafting table, but if I look at the sandstone, you can see that little outline around that block that I'm on. But if the moment I switch to adventure, you can no longer see those. And that's because in adventure mode, you can't mine anything unless you have the specific tool for that. And that doesn't mean if I give myself an iron pickaxe right now, I can mine this. I can't. If I give myself an iron pick with adventure tag, which by the way, the link is down in the description for that, then I can actually mine stuff. Quick note, you can't place anything either unless you have the place on, but if I set the block that I'm on to lever, I notice I'm able to flick it, and it looks really weird being in the air like that. And only stuff you can actually use in adventure mode without any special adventure tags would be stuff like levers, buttons, doors. You can use enchanting tables, crafting tables, but you can't mine anything, basically. So that's adventure mode. Now, I want to get into a game mode that isn't actually as commonly known, especially to Bedrock Edition players, because it's not actually in Bedrock. So let me switch to Spectator. So Spectator mode, you can fly through all the blocks. There's actually a specific game rule that is called Spectators Generate Chunks, and that will basically allow spectators to generate chunks, as it says. So if you notice, the world's constantly expanding right now, and if I were to turn that game rule off, nothing, probably wouldn't be able to see anything, and I wouldn't be able to generate any chunks. Okay, either way, Spectator, you can do that. I want to show off one more thing for Spectator, though. Slash summon, how about a creeper? So, if I were to right-click on this, or left-click on this creeper, you can see everything from the creeper's point of view, which actually does look kind of strange. I'm definitely gonna say, I wouldn't want to be a creeper right now because you can only see, you can barely see anything. It's kind of like just this giant green screen. So I'm gonna shift, and you can get out of that. And quick note, you can do that on any mob. So slash summon bat. If I can get into this bat, I'm spam clicking right now to see if I can get on it. No, come on. Yes, okay. So now I'm in the bat, and the bat looks pretty disorienting because it moves so fast, so I'm just going to shift out of that. If I summon something with the normal view, like villager, and I go into it, you'll notice it just walks around like normal, and it's became a priest villager. If I go into my inventory, you can see, obviously I still have an inventory, but I can't actually do anything with it, and you can't even see your hotbar either. So if I were to press F1, then actually I can see somewhat of an inventory. So close menu, teleport to player, teleport to team member, which is actually really cool. Next page, let's Okay, so if you press F1 in spectator, it will or if you just press 1 in spectator, it actually show up this little hotbar in really anything here. If I were to, let's just close the menu. I have no idea how to do that. If I just press, okay, so next page. Okay, whatever. So I have no idea how to use those, but whatever. That's pretty cool. And notice I can't move anything in my inventory or anything like that. So spectator mode, basically, you can use it to look around in your world, and you can use it to do all kinds of stuff. It's a really cool game mode as well. So other than that, this is all for today's command block video, and I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay tuned. Goodbye.